All right, kids. I think we are in business. Let's slap a number on this mother falcon.
This is episode number 297.
Yep, getting up there. As you can see, we're nearly back together in our usual slapper form. We're nervously awaiting the birth of the Woodshed 2.0. And how do you do
Yes.
that? You get reborn in darkness. So this coming week, boys and girls, by the time that 278 rolls around, we might have to do it in the woodshed, if you know what I mean. Woo.
Yes.
Yeah, I would love to do the shows that way, just sitting in the round, with our instruments actually and talking. I think that's going to be really a fun way to do it.
Yeah, I agree. The place looks so good. We'll take you on a tour of it. I can't say it's going to be decorated by the time we get in. We have a ton of stuff to put on the walls, and we can't put too much up too because we're going to need a lot of space for for gear and whatnot. But there's going to be a studio kit that lives in there, an SJC studio kit that lives in the woodshed. It's going to be basically a hit record button as you walk in, hit record and start playing. Rehearsals will be recorded. I spoke to one Jay Holan in he lives in Wu-Tang, Nebraska, and he is. I spoke to him today. Yeah, he's very excited about the new recordings and hearing some new stuff. So very, very, very fun. I'm so giddy. I'm so giddy about this. It's just it's been so long in the making, and anyway.
You said there's going to be a drum kit that stays in there. I think there's going to be a drummer that stays in there. I'm like, and then you're like, we should record in there. I'm like, wait, is this going to be a no tap zone? If I have to sit at my instrument for 45 minutes to an hour and not touch anything, I'm going to have to sit on my hands. Like, that's going to be rough.
Yeah, we're gonna have to staple them to the walls. That's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
that's gonna be tough, man. So everybody doing good? How you feeling?
Pretty good.
Good. Things are good.
I had touched on in the last. I've done a few segments for this episode of SlapperCast. Lovely weekend last weekend. We celebrated Spud's 50th. You're saying what is Spud and what is 50 and where is it? Spud is the owner of Spud's from Ireland, and that's his real name. It says Spud McSpud on his birth certificate. He was born on Spud Day. That's 2 days after Thursday. And anyway, we celebrated his 50th birthday at Finn McCool's, which is Finn McCool's in Houston. It's on Eldridge Drive. Wonderful Irish bar. And I touched on how much fun we had over the weekend at Finn McCool's on Eldridge Parkway in Houston, Texas. And we had also played Cypress at the Cornerstone Methodist Church for Charlotte and for Sterling and for Hayden and all the crew out there. Just so much fun. And Jeff Duncan came out with us on Sunday and just did his usual Jeffness. He is.
I want to say something about the show. I want to before I forget.
Bring it.
The festival, the fall Halloween festival at the Methodist Church, near kind of the end of the day set that we had as the sun was going down. All these kids were in front of the stage, and boss, you said jump up and down, and I mean you had all these kids in costumes. Not one of them were on their cell phones. Not one kid, and I was like. Oh, I had goosebumps. I was like, man, I remember being a kid and being at the shows. And I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. I'm like, oh man, they were singing and everything. It was awesome. That was my favorite moment for sure.
Yeah, we definitely made a ton of new fans yesterday. That was really cool. I mean, I enjoyed those other when Sterling was still working at Good Shepherd, not far from there, a little further north in Cypress. we got great reception there too, but that was while they're doing the social distancing thing, so everybody was like a mile away from us. But they all came up and talked. A lot of them came up and talked to us afterwards, bought gear and stuff. This was much more intimate, and so there was many more opportunities to kind of engage with people and really kind of reel them in. And people were like so complimentary, such great people. So hopefully we'll be back there again.
Yeah. The hospitality is always so good, and the mood, everybody's in such high spirits, and it's just, I've always said this is the perfect music for I say 9 to 90, but I mean 9 to 90,000 years old. And 9 months, 9 days to 90,000 years old. It's timeless music, and there's always energy, and we don't deliver it with with any kind of I was going to say there's just it's just not a lot of ego involved, which is strange when you see the boots that I wear and the shirts that I wear, but the music is delivered with a great sense of, I enjoy these games. I enjoy the way that we play them, but I enjoy I enjoy the reaction so much, from that younger generation, because they're like you said, Turbo. You're not, they're not on their phones, and it's 100% engagement. So we are. I believe that it's our duty to deliver it with as much energy and as much fire as we can muster. It's it's a thrill. And I'm going to say something else too, controversial or not. I'm going to say something else. If you've noticed your anxiety or your kids' anxiety or your friends' anxiety, if you've noticed that rising, and you've noticed that huge peak in, or that just that. Again, this is Dr. Devlin, right? Some people call me Maurice, some people call me the Gangster of Love, but most people would call me Dr. Devlin. I'm going to make this diagnosis right now, and I mean it with everything. I mean, I've got nothing to back it up, but I'll go to the fucking mat on this one. If you've noticed those anxiety levels peaking and just going stratospheric and going to, check your hours and check your times that you're engaged in, on your phone and on your computer, because I'm going to tell you right now, I can't tell you any other. I can't give you one more example of people. I see the kids that are on the phone all the time, and they're the ones back by the. They're staying back, and they're close to their parents, and they're finding a tree to hide behind, or versus the other kids that have not been exposed to all that stuff. They're in their front row and they're jumping up and down, and it's music versus technology, versus the kids that are stuck in, that are being raised by the iPads and the phones and the social media, all that crap. So again, soapbox, I'm standing down. I'm just saying, right, that's my diagnosis, and I challenge anybody, to defy that logic. So
yeah, there's no question. I think we've completely lost track of how much those things have inundated our lives and our brain cells. Because you could be out in the world anywhere and just look around and see how many people's faces are buried in their phones or tablets or whatever, and just wind time. I mean, those of us who are old enough to remember, wind time back, about 20 years, well, more like 25 years, I guess, at this point. And I just imagine what would be going on without those things there. How many more conversations would be going on? How many people would be like meeting each other where they wouldn't have met otherwise because they're not paying attention? It's scary sometimes when we're so used to it now, we don't really think about it. But it didn't used to be like this. People actually used to engage with the real world, all the time, unless their face was buried in a newspaper or a book. That was probably the only other thing that they had. I guess you could have headphones on and be listening to your Walkman or something. Yeah, but that was about it.
Walkman. That's a dated reference.
Yeah.
Remember the yellow ones? It was like that yellow Walkman. That was like the cool one.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like your buddy has the yellow one. You're like, ugh.
Yeah.
This is a real life application. When we got back from Ireland, Bossman, I told you, I took my phone and turned every single notification off, and I've kept it that way. And I've got this little transfer period because people who are so used to me responding so quickly, that has sort of changed. But what's happened is now that I'm a little bit of time away from that, when I go to talk to somebody, I haven't sort of interjectedly talked to them 12 times already today. So it's like I'm more one-on-one with them. I'm more engaged because I haven't seen them or talked to them all day. Where before it's like every hour they're sending me messages. And it's really hard to do that, And so, I mean, it's going to be hard for me to go back. I love it, and I had to kind of change my schedule a little bit to fix it. There's a few little nuances, but it's so much more peaceful. I'm like, this is the way to do it.
So I've been on 6 flights in let me see, 10 days, 11. So in 3 weeks, 6 flights, and I don't listen to music, and I don't watch TV, and I don't watch the TV on the monitor in front of me, and I don't watch my phone. Turn my phone off, and I sit, and I'm going over song ideas and lyrics and all that stuff in my head, not writing anything down, which classic me, but I had a young man ask me on the flight from Chicago to Houston. I had him ask me, he said, hey, I noticed you didn't pick up your phone one time on the flight. He goes, is that he goes, and he did, he started the whole conversation with, look, don't answer me if you don't want to, but I'm just very curious. He goes, I just didn't see you. I said, well, there's nothing, I have no, I'm going to get home and have to respond to emails and make phone calls and do all that. I'm going to be on it anyway. Right now, I want time for me to get lost in my head and to, explore these song ideas and these, especially having the woodshed coming back up. So today is Slapper Day, right? Slapper Day 297, right? Tomorrow the carpet goes in. So if you're listening to it today on Slapper Day, which you should, tomorrow the carpet goes in. For shit's going back in there tomorrow. So yeah, he's doing the turbo. He's doing the turbo Tango. I need to come in. We need to come in with all guns blazing. We need to have, like we've said before, we're going to ask our beloved Patreon crew. We're going to say, do you have a favorite song that we do? It doesn't matter if it's a cover, if it's an original, if it's what song. I know that we talked about doing the Jeff Quinn song first because of Jeff Quinn and because of Jay Holland and on. But also Merch Maiden had given us a few really good ideas and stuff like that. But we wanted to reach out to our crew and just see, maybe there's a song that Turbo sings that you want us to do, or one of the ones that Chad does, and maybe throw it out there. They talk about a blank slate and talk about an environment that we are just in. I'm just, as you can tell, I'm stammering. I'm really, really excited about this.
Yeah, when I first joined and you guys offered me the gig full time, I was so excited. I was like, oh, I got all this work to do. So I felt kind of the pressure, but I was so excited. I'm going to be honest. I think I'm more excited for this part of the chapter. I'm just like, I think every day I call Boss Man. I'm like, dude, we're like a week away. We're like 5 days away. We're like 4 days away. I'm like, dude, are you going to be there Wednesday? I'm coming up. I'm like, dude, I'm really excited. I got fucking goosebumps right now. I can't wait. I really just, I don't know what else to say. I'm just fumbling my words. I'm really, really fucking
I just want to say that I approve that message, that last statement. It's 100% true. If anybody's there going, well, I know Turbo, he's a drummer, he doesn't tell the truth. That's all true. Every day we're on the phone, we're talking, it's just, and it's only because we've been coordinating on this, and he's been Turbo and Contour Ballads in the Woodlands, Texas. which is the future of dental laboratories, my friends. Look them up, Contour Balance. But Contour Balance has been so good to us. We've been using their facility. We've been storing gear there. We've been just annoying the staff with moving in and out and making, hey, can you post this package for me and do this and do that? Man, we've taken advantage of them. I just can't. We're so lucky, we're so lucky. Chad and I have been at this longer than anybody. I had this old guy call. He said, "I'm calling from a cloud. My name is God. How did you guys stick this shit so long?" He goes, "I've never done anything that long." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, we're tough as nails, and we're just not bright. We just don't know when to stop." But all that said,
we do have our first Contour Balance. No, we do have our first Contour Balance Blaggards, baby. Yes, came to our first show at Lucky 19.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. And
that's a big deal. I was like,
we have to, we have to say very little about that, because I don't want somebody, basically I can't say anything about that because, there's a little secret there. Courtney. So, yeah, just a word of warning. Don't fuck with Contour Balance, just don't. We also want to thank Contour Balance in the Woodlands, Texas. We want to thank Contour Balance for allowing us to rehearse there and to generally annoy the staff with our noise and our gear, and just a wonderful team over there. So big thanks to Contour Balance. Just quote me here on this. Take this to the bank. Tell your friends. Write it on the walls. Do what you got to do. But Contour Balance is the future of dental laboratories in the world. Watch that I said this on this day, Slapper Day 297, October 2024. Contour Balance shall be a household name very, very soon, but it's going to take over the world as far as dentistry, dental labs go. Okay? Just remember I said that. You heard it here first. So by the time you listen to this, Slapper 297, we are going to O'Bannon's this Friday again. And it seems like we've been there a lot, but let me tell you, it's football season. And if you've ever thought about sawing them off or gigging them, or if you've ever thought about just going to the finest Irish pub you're gonna find in the States, join us there. It's going to be probably about 9:30 start. And we have Frank back with us. Frank went up to see his parents in North Carolina, and he's back with us now. So he's coming out on Friday, and he's got a lot of work. He's done a lot of work. And come on out and join us. We're going to, like I said, there's no cover charge. It's 18 and up, I believe. A little old for me, but that's all right. Yep. I'll get over it. We're going to continue this. We're going to continue this conversation because we're begging our Patreon crew to let us know what songs that you'd like to hear. We're going to open it up to everybody, but for right now, we're just going to, just see what people are thinking, what's on their minds and whatnot. And we're also going to be releasing. If you're not, I hate saying this stuff, such crap, but it's true. If you're not subscribed, I would highly recommend you subscribe, because we are going to be putting up clips. We've tried to do it in the past, and this is just basically what would happen. The old woodshed, we would get so deathly hot or cold, depending on the if we hit that Thursday, that winter that lands on the Thursday in Texas, and it froze for a day. But the conditions in there would get so bad, we're just like, fuck it, we'll do it next time. So we're actually going to be recording everything. The room is now a real studio. It's now a recording studio, and we will be using it as such. And hopefully you'll be subscribing. You're going to get these alerts because we would like to post some of these clips and let you hear some of these original ideas that we've been knocking around for a long, long time. So,
yes, sir.
Can we go today? What's happening here?
I'm here. Come on. Water's fine.
I know.
So,
yeah, dude, this morning I woke up, I'm like, 2 more days.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we put a pin on this one, and we'll come back on 278, and we'll see if we can't 298. Excuse me. Let's come back, and we'll see about a little tour, a little virtual tour of the woodshed. Sound good?
Heck yeah.
I'll see if I can get the
Yes.
lads up here. We'll record up here. We'll do the next SlapperCast up here.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
All right. Well, let's do that.
All
Let's
right,
put
folks.
a pin in it. I do want to say, ladies and gentlemen, please, if you're in Texas, early voting starts tomorrow. Vote. Starts today. Vote. Starts tomorrow. Next day. Whatever. Vote. Let's get out there and do it.
Yeah.
America, vote. All right. And we are so happy you're tuned in. This is SlapperCast. That's Turbo. That's Smalley. And you were delighted to have you. We'll see you very, very soon. O'Bannon's this Friday. And come say cheers.
Cheers.